of 23.8% in the arrival of tourists on e-tourist visas. And we have climbed from rank 41 in 2014 to rank 26 in 2018, which is a huge achievement. And I cannot thank our Honorable Prime Minister and the Minister enough for this. The vital role a vibrant tourism industry plays in employment generation and economic growth cannot be emphasized enough. Studies show that each tourist contributes to the employment of at least 40 persons directly and indirectly. From the moment the tourist boards the plane from whichever country he is coming to India, till the time he goes back to his country, he is giving direct and indirect employment to the different sectors like aviation, transport, hospitality, handicrafts, local businesses, retail, arts and crafts, and many more. Globally, the tourism industry accounted for 10% of the world's GDP and 10% of all employments in the year 2018. The foresight and innovative thinking of our Prime Minister is manifest in the Swadesh Darshan scheme, which endeavours to develop theme-based tourist circuits that invite the attention of local and international tourists while promoting sustainable infrastructure development and the conservation and promotion of local art and crafts. A total of 79 projects for the development of thematic circuits have been sanctioned so far. May I suggest a state monitoring mechanism for the Swadesh Darshan scheme, because sometimes the implementation is not very quick, so this will really expedite that. Also, the Honorable Prime Minister's commitment to providing glimpses of India's magnificence to the world led to the launch of the revamped Incredible India website in June 2018. This interactive site rightly showcases the unparalleled experiences that India offers. It also channelizes the potential of social media, which is extremely important nowadays, to boost tourism by encouraging tourists to share the pictures and stories of the experiences in India, because tourism now is more about the journey than the destination. Honorable Speaker, sir, we as Indians strongly believe in the saying, Atithi Devo Bhava. While we commend ourselves on our culture of hospitality, we also find ourselves guilty of leaving some of our monuments, historical buildings and other artifacts in a state of abandon and neglect. To remedy this, the Government of India has proposed the setting up of the Indian Institute of Heritage and Conservation with the status of a deemed university under the Ministry of Culture. This institute will facilitate the preservation of India's heritage by trained professionals, along with training young scholars in conservation and museology. This will be very beneficial because coming from the state of Rajasthan, we know how necessary it is to have trained professionals in this field. I also laud our government for the purpose to develop 5 archaeological sites into iconic places and to establish several new museums in the country. These efforts will have the twin benefit of safeguarding our heritage and boosting tourism. Sir, there remain several elements of our heritage, history and culture that are yet to be tapped as potential tourist destinations or whose true potential is yet to be actualized. My constituency of Rajsamand, for instance, is home to many historic sites such as Haldighati, Dever and Kumbhalgarh Fort. 2 of these are UNESCO World Heritage Sites as well, that have witnessed the valor of the legendary Maharana Pratap. These sites can together constitute a tourist circuit that presents to the people of India and the world the glorious history of Mewar. So day tours can be arranged from Udaipur to these places because it will really benefit these areas. Hardly anyone goes here. People go to Udaipur and then they go back. So also on the lines of the Char Dham Yatra, I recommend, sir, today please let me speak. I don't get an opportunity to speak very often, and I come from a state which is completely dependent on tourism. And right now, because of the coronavirus, there is absolutely no tourism happening. So at least let me state a few points. These are all practical suggestions that please allow me to speak.
Please conclude within 2 minutes.
I recommend the development of the Char Dham of Mewar, namely Ekling Ji, Srinath Ji, Dwarkadish Ji and Charbhuja Ji for the religious tourism sector. I am positive that many such visions and ideas from across the country would materialize under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. So a few more suggestions to ensure hassle-free experience for tourists, especially women travellers. A comprehensive national strategy on safety and security of tourists should be developed, and tourism police should be deployed at tourist sites because a lot of these ladies travel alone and this would be a huge comfort to them. Owing to the diverse culture and heritage of each state, I recommend that a future tourism policy should be state-specific. Sir, the city of Jaipur is an important tourist destination, and it is a matter of great pride that it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and forms part of the famous Golden Triangle. It therefore should have more direct international flights, especially to and from European countries and the Far East, better connectivity to other cities in Rajasthan as well as India, including our other tourist hubs like Kerala and Goa. Incentives should be given to airlines to encourage them to start these flights, sir.
Please.
Domestic tourism is the future of tourism in India. To attract more tourists, we should aim to make these tourist sites more accessible by having better rail, air and road connectivity, sir. Rural homestays should be promoted, and there should be activities relating to that rural area so that the tourists can experience a vibrant rural culture as well.
Thank you.
The travelers also wants to be involved in responsible tourism, sir. So they also want to be involved with promoting the local arts and crafts. Also the communities which live there, they like to promote them. So there should be ways where they can get involved with these kind of activities as well.
Thank
when
you.
we talk
Now
about
please
rural
conclude.
tourism.
Now please conclude, ma'am.
No, sir, a few more points,
No,
please.
no, please.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, our wildlife sanctuaries and national parks, because there are quite a few in Rajasthan, are a huge tourist attraction, and it is very important to protect and conserve the same, as well as add more facilities and activities
Thank you,
around
ma'am.
these
Next
sanctuaries,
speaker, Sri
keeping in
Bhagavat
mind
Man.
the ecological balance.
Please conclude within 1 second.
Okay, sir, I'll conclude. Most importantly, a more aggressive and innovative global promotional and marketing strategy to showcase India's rich heritage, culture and diversity needs to be adopted, and we need more people like our Rudy Saab. You know, the way he spoke about tourism, he spoke with so much passion. We need people like that as our brand ambassadors, and more
Dhanyavad.
people like that all over the
Bhagavat Man ji.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद